Woo, tell you what, one of the best purchases I've made recently, an AeroPress. Talk about the best coffee you can make at home. But hey, I know you're short on time, and I want to tell you something very important. And it's a simple strategic plan to help busy executives just like you be able to lose 10 pounds within the first 30 days of a new diet. Now, I know you're probably thinking, oh my God, I've heard this crap before. But here's the truth. You see, when it comes to fat loss, your results can happen quickly. The key to making sure that they last long term is being able to have a plan to adapt to it long term. So we'll get to that at another time. But what I want to focus on with you here is basically taking the e-brake off of your results. You see, the biggest problem that the majority of busy people have when it comes to losing body fat is they start too aggressively. They try to work out absolutely every single day. They eliminate all carbs, all processed foods. And because this change is so dramatic in terms of what they do on a regular basis, it becomes far too much for them to handle and stick with over the long term. And I know how frustrating this can be, especially if you're adapting one of these all-in aspects where you're going like an all-out challenge, because maybe you're eating much better, you're working your tail off, you might not be getting as much sleep, you're probably a little bit hungry, and your energy levels are waning as you get used to this new lifestyle. And because you're working so hard, you're noticing these changes. When you see that the results aren't sticking long-term, you start to wonder, why do I even bother with this whole fitness thing? I'm just wasting my time anyway. Does that sound familiar? Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do then. I'm gonna give you 5 simple, small habits and behaviors that you can implement now to start losing that 10 pounds over 30 days. You don't have to pick all of these at once. You can just pick one, whichever one sounds like it'll make the biggest effect for you, okay? So, number 1, avoid fast food. We've talked about this before, but fast food, yeah, it might be convenient, but it's gonna rob you of your energy later on. And even worse, stuff is made to taste, so you continue to get more of it. The branding is addicting, the food additives are addicting, it's something that's gonna make you wanna keep going back more and sabotage your own success. So ditch all fast food. A meal prep service would be a much better option and cost the same or even a little bit less. Number 2, avoid liquid calories. Now, tell you what, I love coffee, but if you're gonna drink your coffee, drink it black, not 17 pumps of caramel inside your double venti caramel macchiato or whatever that you do have. Simply cutting out liquid calories, whether it's some soda, whether it's some additives that are coming into your caffeine, can make a huge difference without creating a major gap in terms of what you're doing on a regular basis. So making a switch to diet soda, to black coffee, those things can be absolutely huge and help you save hundreds of calories per day and over 1,000, 2,000, in some cases 3,000, depending how much you consume over the course of a week. During each meal, you should have a lean source of protein. So think this could be tuna, not peanut butter. This could be eggs. This could be lean chicken. Having a lean source of protein during each meal is going to keep you full. It's going to help you support lean muscle growth. And even more important, when you consume protein, 30% of the calories from protein are actually broken down during the digestive process because it's so dense. It takes a lot of energy to break up those proteins into usable amino acids. So when you're having a higher protein diet, you can actually have more calories, feel more full, and be able to lose weight a little bit faster. Number 4, have something green with each meal. Okay, it could be orange, but basically have a vegetable with each and every single meal that you are having. And the big reason that this is important is because it's going to fill your body up with volume and with minerals, vitamins, and phytonutrients that are going to help promote health. But back to this idea of volume. You see, your stomach does not get full on calories. It actually gets full based on the stretch response. That's why you could drink a ton of water and all of a sudden feel fairly full. So by filling up on proteins like we talked before, but then also these leafy greens and vegetables, your body can feel more full while consuming fewer calories. Now, the next one is going to deal with carbs. Carbohydrates are not inherently bad, I promise. I love carbohydrates, but if you're looking to lose weight and want to be able to make some quick progress, limit the carbohydrate-based foods to 2 meals per day. So this would include fruits, then we're talking, any wheat products, potatoes, starches, quinoa, any other grains that you can think of. But basically, if you can take those carbohydrates and limit them to 2 meals, it's going to help you reduce that overall caloric intake. And in addition, because you're having those carbohydrates at 2 different meals, you're going to prevent bigger spikes in insulin, which can lead to fat storage if you are in a caloric surplus. Okay. And then finally, and honestly, most important, accountability. You see, many people like to get started on this fitness journey and do it on their own. However, because the changes that they make are so dramatic, like we discussed before, it's extremely difficult for them to stick to the process. And that's why a coach is so important. And trust me, guys, as a coach, I've had coaches for business, for any number of things. And the difference is not just having the expert plan, but having somebody in your corner and helping you stick to that high standard that you set for yourself. So if you want to be able to lose 10 pounds over the next 30 days, but you want to be able to turn that into a sustainable long-term transformation, all you need to do, type lean below, and I'll be more than happy to tell you the simple next step to get started inside of our Lean Executives Coaching Program. All right, so drop that message and have an awesome day.